Hello, and thank you for joining our session about insights into TYPO3 marketing. Before we get into the topics that we want to cover today, we all want to introduce ourselves to you and our roles, our respective roles. And I want to start off with Luisa, who is obviously not here today. She is sick, unfortunately, and she won't be joining us for these developer days, but it is her talk. I will be covering her slides today. Who am I? I'm Luana Valentini. I am the Senior Communications Manager at TYPO3 GmbH. I have been doing this since last July in 2023, and I have been part of the TYPO3 marketing team since 2019. And my fellow colleagues will introduce themselves.
So hi, I'm Myrna. I'm working as an online marketing manager at KM2 in Düsseldorf. I'm also part of the webcam vendor organization team and the TYPO3 SurfCap organization team for next year. And I'm also part of the TYPO3 marketing team.
Hi, my name is Joeline. I also work at TYPO3 company as a digital marketing student, and I study marketing at the University in Düsseldorf. And yeah, I'm also part of the marketing team. Hello everyone, my name is Anna. I'm working as an online marketing manager at KM2, a digital agency in Düsseldorf. Besides that, I'm studying digital media and marketing at the University, and I'm also a member of the TYPO3 marketing team.
So thank you all. Let's start. A marketing talk during developer days. Why is this relevant? In our view, it is important that this particular audience, so you developers and fellow marketers, know what it is that we do in the marketing team and how we try to gain more visibility and how we are aiming to strengthen the TYPO3 brand. Who is the marketing team? There have been significant changes within the marketing team, and the marketing team has been growing in the past 3 years, and I'm going to show you with this little animation how. So starting with Luisa, who took over the team lead in 2019, then myself, I joined that same year. We have Matthias. When did you join, Matthias?
Before there was a team.
Okay. We have Tracy Evans from OSP, who has been heavily involved in all things content, campaigning, creation around the TYPO3 brand. But since with my person and my fellow colleagues who are over there, Panos and Kendall, and the TYPO3 GmbH comms team, we have taken over a lot of the content creation ourselves. We have Paul Hansen, who joins us every Wednesday from Connecticut. We have actually changed the meeting time to his schedule so he can, it's not in the early hours of the morning, but I think it's 7 where he is when we meet. And we have Carlos from Spain. He's here. Next up, we have Daniel. We do consider him my maternity leave replacement because you actually don't come on Wednesdays, but let's consider him part of the team. And yeah, we have grown significantly in the past year, especially. All of these people you see here, I mentioned Kendall and Panos, Sven Pontov from Orange Fluid, Andre Richter, and Anna, Joeline, and Myrna also. We all meet at Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Via Google Hangout. It's not mandatory to be present, but we appreciate everybody's ideas and thoughts, and we let people in on our projects and endeavors, all things marketing communications that we'll be talking about in this presentation. And everybody's voices is heard. I think everybody can agree that you can really contribute via the marketing team. So, like I said before, our common goal is to make TYPO3 more visible, and we want to show you how we're trying to do that. We have different pillars and different overarching topics that we will be presenting today, and Myrna will take the lead with the first one.
So the TYPO3 marketing team is currently focusing on building and creating a holistic paid advertising strategy to really increase the visibility for the TYPO3 brand. And there are, of course, several ways to increase the visibility for the TYPO3 brand, many of which we are already implementing by today, as you can see, such as collaborations, such as presence at industry events, social media, communication and content strategy setups, or even merchandising articles like bumper stickers on cars, like we did for the Surf Camp this year. But as Luana said, we really want to reach visibility and strengthening the TYPO3 brand. And to do that, we don't just want to strengthen the foundation that we already have, but build on new channels and include new possibilities. So simply, we just want to create brand awareness. And brand awareness might seem a bit intimidating, especially regarding the big picture and the fast-moving and dynamic nature of the digital sector. But at its core, it's just simply about getting the brand in front of the right people. So brand awareness is just simply about getting seen by as many people as possible. And to do that, we now also want to include paid advertising channels to really increase the brand awareness and the visibility for the brand. And also, we want to present TYPO3 to the right target group. And we want to do that with the help of ads. So simply, we just want to be remembered. For example, TYPO3 appears in a search engine when you're actively searching for TYPO3. But wouldn't it be much better if TYPO3 appears as soon as a potential decision maker or potential user is looking for a solution that TYPO3 can offer, for example, an enterprise CMS? We really have to get to the point where potential user or potential decision maker thinking to themselves, TYPO3, I already heard of that. I will look into that much more. So paid ads at open source might seem a bit, you might think, does that even match? Yes, it does. And it will be beneficial to significantly increase the reach and the visibility for the TYPO3 brand. And it will not only build the brand awareness, but can also attract contributors. So it will not only be valuable for the TYPO3 brand, but also for the community in total. But what is our plan? In general, we see three main areas in which we consider the use of paid advertising strategies to be useful, which would be the advertising of specific TYPO3 related events, such as the developer days or such as the TYPO3 conference. But also we see the need of really increasing the awareness for the TYPO3 content management system, especially regarding enterprise content management system, and especially regarding the core market, which would be Germany, Switzerland, and Austria. But that also means we really have to expand the market visibility even beyond the core market to really gain overall TYPO3 visibility. And in addition to the medium to long-term plan, to really build the brand awareness and to significantly increase the visibility for the TYPO3 brand, we also have some short-term strategic goals, such as the targeted promotion for the TYPO3 conference this year. And our goal for that is to
Brauchst du das, oder?
Nein, die braucht nur einen Code. Nur einen Mikrofon.
Ah.
Als Aufzeichnung. Was für das zweite eingeschaltet hat.
das nehmen? Das nehmen? Das? Okay, so in addition to the, geht das so? Hört man mich? Okay. Sorry. So, in addition to the medium to long-term plan to build the brand awareness, to significantly increase the visibility for the TYPO3 brand, we also have some short-term strategic goals, such as the targeted promotion for the TYPO3 conference this year. And our goal for that is to really make the TYPO3 conference better known overall and not just locally. So we really want to ensure that the TYPO3 conference gets the attention it deserves. So let me give you some brief insights into the current status planning for the TYPO3 Con advertising. So in addition to the LinkedIn advertising, Joeline will tell you about next, we also want to advertise specifically via Google Ads. And in addition to the classical keyword-based search campaigns, meaning an ad appears when a user is searching for a specific search term, we also want to include video ads. And we will also want to include display ads, but in a smaller extent. So these campaign types can be targeted to specific audience signals, such as what users are interested in, or even demographic data like age and gender. And through a combination of these classical keyword-based strategy and the topic-based strategy, we can create the greatest visibility for the event and really ensure that the TYPO3 conference is getting the attention it deserves. So for the sake of simplicity, I have categorized the campaigns according to the AIDA principle, which just means attention, interest, desire, action, and which just describes the 4 phases potential customers are going through before they take action. Of course, this principle does not cover things like multi-channel or things like building trust in customers, but that would be probably too detailed for this talk, but if you want to talk about that later, just come and talk to me. But as you can see, we have developed a strategy that will both attract the attention and the interest of potential participants, but also encourage them to take action. And as you can see, the display advertising will be crucial for the attracting attention phase, while the YouTube ads are already far more informative thanks to marketing insights like recaps that we have from the last years. And then the search ads will finally help us push people closer to a decision, so in participating at the TYPO3 conference. And now I've already talked very specifically about the TYPO3 conference advertising. So I let Joeline tell you more about the TYPO3 conference in general now.
Yeah. So, looking back at 2023, the TYPO3 conference was a big success. As many of you know, the last one was held in 2019, and we decided to reintroduce the event because we recognized the need for the community to share knowledge, to collaborate again, and reconnect in person. Spread over 2 days, we had 21 exhibitors, 11 main stage talks, and 20 lightning talks, featuring a total of 41 speakers. Each session was summarized in a blog post we published on typo3.com, and during the sessions we had graphic recordings, which looked like that. We received more than 200 award submissions across 13 official award categories. But now let's look ahead to the TYPO3 conference, which will be in November this year. We're sticking with Düsseldorf as the location, but we've heard your feedback and wanted to make the event even better. So we're implementing several conceptual changes to enhance your event experience. First, we're adding a public sector day in German to cater to the public sector. And we are reducing the number of lightning talks to 9, ensuring that no 2 talks are running simultaneously. Additionally, we made changes in the hall plan for a better acoustic and have an extra hall dedicated to catering. We are also introducing new award categories like intranet and extranet, legacy and heritage, media, news and publishing, and we've combined sports and culture into one category for clearer separation. The TYPO3 Awards Gala will now take place at the end of the event, so it allows us to close the event on a high note and celebrate our achievements together. To make the conference more accessible, the Public Sector Day will be free for everyone, and every exhibitor will receive a certain ticket contingent, so they can give away their tickets for free as well for the whole event. And don't forget, membership discounts also apply to both regular and the award gala tickets. Last year, we ran LinkedIn ads to maximize our reach and engagement. And as a result, as you can see, the sponsored impressions were nearly 4 times higher than our organic impressions. And that success has prompted us to running ads again from September this year. But the TYPO3 conference is not the only event we're focusing on, right, Luana?
Right, Jolie. Yes, so talking about visibility, we certainly made some changes when it comes to external events that we're attending. I'm sure you've been on our social media and you've noticed the TYPO3 booth and surf stand and people trying their skills there. But before that, at the beginning of 2024, the year started off with UK GovCamp in London for 2 days, and in February, our Benji and our Tom, who's also here, our UK ambassador, attended PHP UK. And the main learning from both events was basically, oh, so TYPO3 still exists. So you're still alive, proving that we need to reach more outside our bubble and be present at these events and show them that we're alive and kicking. And yeah, make sure that people know of all of our accomplishments. Moving forward throughout the year, we've been to Beyond Tellerrand in Düsseldorf. So again, you see our colleagues from the GmbH at the TYPO3 booth with the, I think the Surf Simulator had its premiere there. Yes, thank you. And we expanded this collaboration with Mark Thiele from Beyond Tellerrand. So I'm going to come to that through a slide. We will be attending Beyond Tellerrand in Berlin also as partners, and they in turn will come to the TYPO3 conference. Then, just 2 weeks ago, our colleagues have been to the We Are Developers World Congress, another event to reach people outside of our normal ecosystem. There were 15,000 developers attending there over the span of 2 days, 3 days, including workshops. And our colleagues there, from what they've told me, have been in talks like there were no peak times. They have been talking like throughout the entire 2 days and gained more than 200 valuable connections there, and brought attention to our own events coming up this year. And again, the main message there was we're still here for them, and we need to expand on that message, obviously. In September, we will be attending as members of the Digitale Stadt Düsseldorf, an event called Unternehmen im Fluss. For those who don't speak German, it's literally companies in the river. The River of Rhine, so networking event and an association through this membership. And the target demographic there is quite clear. The headquarters are located in Düsseldorf in North Rhine-Westphalia, so it's important to also geographically target SMBs and other potential end customers that might be interested in adopting TYPO3. And by far the biggest event planned this year is for sure the DMXCO, mid-September, right after the university days, where we will be targeting the German economy. We will be there with a 100 square meter booth, so not the SurfCamp booth, but one that will accommodate 8 partners from our partner agencies that came in the past year throughout our revamped partner program. And yeah, so the topics there are quite clear. It is a big digital marketing expo, and yeah, we'll be back since I think 2018, where we also went. I wasn't there, but I know our agencies were approached to be present together with TYPO3 to represent the brand and their own services, obviously. In October, there will be the Smart Country Convention. This is after the Smart City Convention. I think Daniel and Luisa attended in Berlin with the government site builder published. I think it's quite clear, no-brainer, that we have to be there. We have to be present for this sector. Again, with the big booth and yeah, GSB 11 and digital sovereignty overall. And our role in the public sector will play the biggest role there. And like I said, Beyond Tellerrand in Berlin in November, right before our own conference. Yeah, expanding the collaboration that I talked about before from Beyond Tellerrand in Düsseldorf. So the main message, I think, is quite clear. We've been in our bubble for too long, and we're trying to change that by being more present. And I don't know if you noticed, but we have relaunched recently our homepage, typo3.com, and we actually promote these outside events on top of what is already happening on typo3.org with the Meet Typo3 label, let's call it, where you can meet people from TYPO3 outside of our own events. Apart from events, another important part of our expansion is through memberships. The GovTech campus, you can see the stats here, is fostering the community around the public sector. I think there's another level to it that makes it interesting because they have a co-working space. We have 2 colleagues living in Berlin that actually already used this office space to work, to meet each other, to work together in person. And I think it's good to have a place to go to when in Berlin, with us being based in Düsseldorf, so very valuable on multiple levels here. We are members of Bitkom, more than 2,000 members, all things digital transformation in Germany, and again, a no-brainer to be part of that when located in Germany also. But we also joined CH Open recently. This happened just in June, if I'm not mistaken, after, and I'm going to jump to the next slide for this, we participated and sponsored the open source study Switzerland, and I encourage you to Google this. They conduct, the University of Bern conducts this study every 3 years. Look it up. Quite interesting, the results they achieved, and in comparison to 3 years ago. And when you're a sponsor, you're able to submit articles. And what we did with our president, an opinion piece about how you can actually, build sustainable economy around open source, even though we're all working for the greater good, but you can also make money with it. And we submitted one of our case study, and we opted for a government piece, public sector, for the Senat website that also won the best government website last year at the awards, and in collaboration with Gaia. And myself, I was the author in that. And I presented to you in the beginning the TYPO3 marketing team and how we try to also still focus on our own bubble. So it's not like we're neglecting the other group. And for that, we conducted a survey, and Anna will present that to you.
So now I want to delve into the results of the sales enablement survey we did last year and what we achieved until now. The survey provides valuable insights into the needs and preferences of our community and ecosystem, specifically related to the TYPO3 CMS. So at first, what did we do? As I said, we conducted a sales enablement survey with 43 participants who are all related to TYPO3 in various capacities. The primary reason for conducting the survey was to gain a deep understanding of what our community actually needs and to gain a deep understanding and to actually gather insights into the specific challenges faced in the sales process. The goal of the survey was to create a basic overview over everything and anything related to the TYPO3 CMS, and we aim to identify the most important factors for and against TYPO3 in a sales context. This will help us to develop targeted sales enablement material that address the actual needs of our users. So the survey consisted of more questions than the one I will present now, but since that would go beyond the scope, I will only go into the most important questions right now. So one of the questions we asked our participants was how important, what 3 to 5 TYPO3 features or benefits play an important role in winning sales. I don't expect you to be able to read this, so I pointed out the top 5 on the right. So as you can see, security and stability were rated highest with 19 votes, indicating that TYPO3 is recognized as a secure and stable CMS, providing long-term support and resilience. Flexibility was another significant benefit noted by 16 respondents. This includes features such as various integration options, flexible content elements, or even a modular structure with great openness to individualization. Multi-site and multi-domain were also upvoted, which makes language handling easy and enables multi-domain and multi-site capabilities. Update stability and long-term cycles are also rated highly, providing users with a dependable and secure CMS solution. So the next question we asked our participants was, how important are these TYPO3 benefits to your sales messaging? This is a closed question with pre-selected answers, as you know, and all features are color blue, where the most important one. As you can see, multi-site and multilingual support were the most important ones, with performance and scalability, and also extensibility and flexibility, which matches the results of the graph I showed you before. But in comparison to the graph before with the open question, what are the top 3 to 5 features, there was no answer option for security and stability and for long-term support and upgrade cycles in this closed question, because we didn't have that on our radar at this point. This is something we also learned from the sales enablement survey. So the most important question for us was, what types of sales or marketing support would be most helpful to you? And as you can see, most people wanted the supply of high-end materials. And also some case studies. We had some case studies in the past, but they were outdated. So what did we do? After analyzing the entire sales survey, we came to the following conclusions. We have provided sales enablement material. This includes creating a dedicated landing page where you can download all of the sales enablement materials. We also published some new case studies, which will Myrna go into more detail after that. And our landing page is live now since yesterday. So on the left, you can see some basic informations and the link to the T3 version and to the CMS sensors. And on the other side, you can see all of the downloadable desks for the top 9 results of the Sales Enablement Survey. All assets are available as PowerPoint, PDF, or even Google Slides. And now Myrna's going into more detail about the case studies I mentioned now. But before that, if you're interested in seeing the whole landing page, here's a QR code, you can scan it, yeah. Sorry.
I give you a second. That was a second. So, with the introduction of the new partner program in 2023, we took on the task of completely revamping all case studies that were featured on the typo3.com website. And we did that because the case studies, as Anna said, were truly outdated and varied greatly in terms of quality and content. And some of them were even showcasing projects that had since migrated to other content management platforms. So all in all, the previous case studies just did not reflect the current capabilities and possibilities of TYPO3 at all. And they suffered from inconsistency and irrelevance, and some of them were even misleading due to their outdated nature. But we recognized these issues and we actually did something. So under the motto, out with the old and in with the new, we committed to revamp to ensure that each case study that is featured on the typo3.com website is high quality, is up to date, and is truly representative of what TYPO3 can achieve today. And our primary goal for that was to update and standardize the content of the case studies. And we did that with the help of a template because we aim to provide a consistent and high quality showcase of TYPO3's current possibilities. And to guarantee a certain quality and relevance, the TYPO3 GmbH is responsible for writing these case studies based on the information that is provided by the partners. So every official TYPO3 partner will be receiving 2 case studies in 4 languages, and the translations that are available are English, German, Dutch, and French. Because we really want to generate traffic by providing partners with case studies in multiple languages. And these case studies will also be included in sales material and topical studies. So for now, 20 new case studies have been published so far, 25 are being overhauled, and 17 are in production right now. And as you can see, it already had an effect because the landing page for the case study is actually top 3 right now. So here you can see a display what the new case studies are looking like. And each case study is also supported by additional marketing and communication efforts, such as social media postings via the TYPO3 online channels. And at the moment, a new partner case study is published every Monday. Because we really want to expand our outreach through these joint marketing measures together with the partner to really ensure that each case study gets the attention it deserves and reaches a wider audience. And this will lead to both more recognition and more visibility for the partners and for the TYPO3 brand. And as you see, the current case studies that are released right now really representing the current status of the market. So you can see a lot of healthcare, a lot of public sector and higher education projects. So another crucial element for generating traffic and visibility is also the development of the social media channels. So Joeline will now share her insight on that topic.
Oh. So yeah, social media also plays a very big role in our marketing activities. And currently we manage 7 social media channels on LinkedIn, X, Mastodon, and Facebook. We mainly share content about our releases, the events, our partner program, and case studies. Same for Instagram, but there and on TikTok and YouTube, we primarily focus on video content. TikTok is our newest channel, so we only have a few followers there. But if you're not following us yet, now is the time to join our community. If you want to. If you don't, then don't. Okay. And yeah, we are monitoring our KPIs across different platforms to ensure we are reaching and engaging with our community effectively. Yeah, I brought a graph from Q1 and Q2 this year. And as you can see, the impressions increased and the engagement decreased a little bit. And I also have some best or good performing content. They include the camp in Dresden, welcoming our new partners and colleagues, and of course the Open Website Alliance. On Facebook, yeah, our impressions dropped and engagement also fell. This decline is largely because many users are moving away from Facebook. But we also have some good performing content there, which is the recap from the General Assembly or the CMS expert group in Berlin and the release of TYPO3 version 13.2. On X, it's the same. The impressions and engagement, yeah, dropped. That could be because some users are migrating to Mastodon now, but we also have some good content there. Yeah, but what I want to highlight is that our numbers are still high, so we are not unseen, and we're working on increasing our numbers again in Q3. Oh. And good news, on Instagram, our impressions saw a significant increase, and our engagement also rose. This boost in Q2 was due to the surf camp. We were very active on our social media channel there. And yeah, as I said before, it's more content, video content. So we had a interview from Developer Days, a video from Surf Camp and the Open Website Alliance, and the video from the Tattoo Helden. But now let's look ahead to what's next for TYPO3 in the coming year.
So the most important question is still open: what happened next? So firstly, we are working on providing German translations of all of our sales enablement material and also for the TYPO3.com website. This will ensure that our users are this will ensure that our resources are more accessible and useful for our German-speaking community and clients. Yes, and we also have a marketing team member from Spain, Carlos. He's also working on the Spanish translations as well. So we will also set up the Google advertising and the LinkedIn advertising for the TYPO3 conference, as Joeline and Myrna said before. And we will be preparing comprehensive release materials and communication strategies to ensure that our users and partners are well informed about the new features and improvements in version 13. We also aim to increase our collaboration with external parties such as Beyond Tellerrand or GovTech Campus, as Luana said before. So in the end, I would like to briefly mention the upcoming events this year. First, we have TYPO3 Camp in Munich. Directly after this, the University Days in Leipzig. Then you can find us at the DMEXCO, as Luana said. Then in October, we have two TYPO3 camps. We have the TYPO3 Camp in Vienna and the TYPO3 Camp in Berlin. The last camp this year will be the TYPO3 Camp Rhein-Ruhr in Camp Linford. And last but not least, we will close the year with the TYPO3 conference. We will also freshly start up the new year with the webcam Venlo, and we are still looking for some speakers. So if you're interested, please come to Myrna and me for some more information. So let's come back to the question we had at the beginning. Why a talk about marketing during the developer days? And that's because you as developers needs to be aware of the work and effort other teams and initiatives are putting into helping TYPO3 achieving more visibility, more market share, and more database decisions. This enables marketers just like us with the right material to succeed, because in the end, we have one project, we are one community, and we have one common goal. Thank you. In general, we want your feedback about what content or information you are missing, or if you have any ideas, then it's like a word cloud, Joeline. Yes. So thank you for listening. Do you have any questions?
Vielleicht noch ein Applaus erstmal.
Oh God.
I think it's for Joeline. I think there was a gap in
Decrease.
from mid of September to end of September. Is there some funny story behind that?
Do you mean the ads?
I think it was in the graphic show.
Yeah, we spent some money.
Well, because I think half or 1 month before it was really high level. Half a month, really nothing. And then it pops
You
up
mean
again.
this one?
Yes, this one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the time when we started to advertise our posts and spend some money. So we generated some sponsored impressions. And then we didn't spend any money anymore. So yeah, we yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Yes, and this is also why we are creating like this holistic paid advertising strategy right now, because we can see that we can really increase the visibility if we are using money for that.
Wo haben wir denn? Wie viel Uhr ist es?
Yes, if you want to contribute, because we do need people for that and manpower for that. So if you want to have Polish translation for the case studies, come and join us on Wednesday at 2 p.m. and we can find a spot.
A little bit of crossover. The TYPO3 Expansion Committee also has a project to try to reach out more into Poland. So there will be more in Poland, maybe even an event.
And one more thing, at the end of August, we have our next marketing sprint, and the main topic there is expansion outside the DACH region. And we do have a spreadsheet about translation. Carlos has started the Spanish ones for the most important landing pages and the sales enablement material also. So yes, please join us. Like I said, attendance is not mandatory, but I will let you in on the spreadsheet, and then you can start working, and we're happy to enable the Polish version of our landing pages and the presentations as well. Any more questions? Thomas. What a nice question, Tom. Thank you for that. So we have been recently approached by Patrick Gaumont, I want to say, who is the webmaster of Quebec.ca. And they have, in the last 6 years, reached 6 billion views of their website. And he informed Matthias first about these and other numbers and how we can promote this through a case study, which we will do. Kendall will be producing it. We already connected there. And yeah, thank you for this question. So to let everybody know that this is happening.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Okay.
Meet TYPO3. Oh yes. Where? Where in Canada? Toronto. Toronto, there's the Italians. Toronto. All right. More question. Olivier. There was one over there too.
Thank you first for the great presentation of all your reports. I think that it really like stop now. Really brilliant to see you working together on that area and also giving honor to Luisa.
Yes.
They are able to us. They are able to also everything to her.
We will.
My question is in regards what would be there would be a GME coming out of the model and you know and can't look back the boost into the ball. So the question is what do you need from us the most? So what is the one which is did I say us I'm very late because I think people here in the group, us the association, the partners, maybe the customer. So what is the most
Yeah. It's an interesting question. Well, first thing that comes to mind is when it comes to fellow teams within the TYPO3 ecosystem, I think communication and what's coming and be available to ask questions, not just the versions, but the thought process behind it, just to be let in on that. I think Luisa does a great job in that, in conveying from the team lead meetings what we need to know to turn that into items and action items and, actual products and content. So that is very helpful. But from the entire ecosystem, going to agency leads, to customers, and even more from the core team, just to be more informed and give back to you why we're all doing this and what it is that when you tonight sit together at the coding night, that your product is, this is what we promote. So this is what all of you create. So yeah, more conversation, more dialogue. Matthias, I want to look at, yes, I'm sure you have something to add.
I think it's also important that, I mean, by the way, I'm Matthias. I'm the TYPO3 project ambassador. One of the things I think that we need as well is for you guys to pop up and say when you think you have something interesting, because we don't know what we don't know. And that's an important weakness. If you have a great case study, if you have something great happening where you are, or you just hear about something, maybe a rumor or whatever, let us know, because then we can use it to make TYPO3 even more visible.
Yeah, last two questions. Yeah. I'll go myself then next time.
Thank you, Marcus, and thank you for my question is, since we have is there also special to
Hang on.
There isn't a marketing strategy, so you're talking to the marketing team, but from the expansion committee, we are working with, for example, Papua New Guinea, and we're also talking with, for example, USAID in relation to how to reach out to countries in Southeast Asia, Pacific, that region. There are a lot of small countries in the Pacific, for example, that would greatly benefit from an open source system like TYPO3 that is used to working with the governments and that has a great community. You know who I'm talking about.
All right. Yes, downstairs at the G3A booth, where the Negroni is. Thank you all for coming.